Over the course of Data Asia, we have been organizing a truly exciting hackathon where our contestants were able to showcase their talents. Now let's take a look at the live demo presentation by our hackathon finalists.
Hey there everyone, and a very good day to you all. Welcome to Data Asia 2021's Hackathon Finals presentation with our 4 finalists. This year, the world's economy is slowly recovering from COVID-19, and even in some countries, we're still seeing a fluctuation of cases, including Malaysia. So we, the team at Data Asia, decided that how can data help revive the retail industry during this period and boost the nation's economy? We've invited talented entrepreneurs and teams out there to join us at our Data Asia Hackathon, where we pose situations where, besides embarking on e-commerce, how can retailers boost sales by leveraging digital technologies? How can retailers reduce costs by leveraging existing digital technologies out there? Or how can retailers even use data from digital technologies to drive operation efficiencies across the nation? The winning team will stand a chance to win up to 10,000 ringgit worth of prizes that includes sponsorship from Founding Bird, Exabytes, and Virtual Tech Frontier. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the 4 judges that is here with us today. The first judge is Danny Leong, ex-group CEO of G Health Systems, who has been involved in all things retail for over a decade. Our second judge is Hayslick Low, community builder and also the founder of Startup Mamang, and also the lead organizer for many hackathons before this, including Angel Hack. And the third judge for today is Patrick Tan, who has been in management consulting for public listed companies for over 5 years. And lastly, we have Kendrick Tan, who currently runs multiple retail-based businesses and leads the investment arm of Simul Innovation Sendirian Berhad. So without further ado, let's welcome the first team to today's presentation, which is Cubites. Cubites provides a data collecting platform for SMEs to build up their customer database and customer relations. So let's bring in the team from Cubites for the first presentation for today. Good luck, guys.
Good morning, I'm Hong Bin from Team Cubites. So today I would like to bring you our product over here. So do you know that 7 out of 11 SMEs that we talk to admit that they do not have their own customer database, even though they consider themselves as a medium-large SME. This is, however, very surprising to us. Research by McKinsey suggests that retailers that take advantages of customer analytics are 23 times likely to outperform their competitors in terms of new customer acquisition. Looking into the two numbers, can we do something while we are embarking on the journey of digitalization our SMEs in the nation? We strongly believe that having a customer database would benefit the retailers when it comes to marketing. Digitalization has been more important than ever, especially during this pandemic. We would like to introduce to you Cubite. We will help you to digitalize and redesign your business. The problem we are trying to solve here is the ineffective data collection by retailers, where retailers do not have their own way or an effective way to collect their customer data. So with that, they are not able to do a proper targeted marketing and whatnot. Second, membership system usually requires businesses to invest into a lot of capitals in terms of buying forms, physical cards, and whatnot. Thirdly, existing solution comes with a huge cost to adopt and lack of customer profile, especially take into account like BonusLink and Be Infinite. You are not able to get the customer data directly as a retailer. We here would like to help you to revolutionize the way SMEs engaging with the customers. We believe that in order to engage and retain the new customers or a recurring customer, there are a few key points that we should follow while building our solution. First of all, accessibility. Retailer will have a well-designed dashboard to view their customer details easily in our platform. Second of all, in terms of customer view, we should provide the customer a hassle-free membership sign-up. In terms of acquiring a new customers, the customer side application should be very simple yet very attractive. Besides, it should be accessible to all when you can sign up anytime when you have a smartphone with you. Third of all, the most important point is affordable. Great solution with optimum and nice pricing would encourage more retailers to onboard with us. So how does our solution works? We will split into two views, customers and retailer view. First of all, in terms of the customer view, recall that we want customer to onboard our platform easily. Therefore, retailers can obtain their customer data easily. So we should provide our customer with an application. First of all, like all of the typical application, the customer should register with us. Then they will be presented with the membership page or the landing page. This is where the customer will get a list of membership they registered before. Remember that we want to present our customer application as a loyalty application. They can get their overview of membership they joined before, as well as the membership benefit provided by the respective retailers. So every time when the customer walks into a store, which on board with us, they will need to scan the QR code, no matter if they registered before or not. This is very important, especially the retailer can know how frequent a customer visited their store, and so that they can tailor their offering better. Just take this scene as scanning my Sejahtera QR code. So the QR code should be generated through our back-end retailer dashboard, and the QR code is just like another My Sejahtera QR code on your storefront. Finally, after your customer scan the QR code, they will be presented with the store homepage. This homepage can be customized by the retailer itself. Retailer can provide vouchers, points to their customer. We believe that such gamification or such motivation will encourage more revisits in the future. So let's look into the retailer's view. We provide retailers a dashboard with a quick glance allowing you to understand what's going on in your store. We provide you a real time of how many customer has checking with our application over here, so that you can model your peak time and non-peak time, and as well as you can have a quick glance of how many repeating customer or new customer visiting today real time. We also provide you a customer list for you to start utilizing the collected customer information. This is where the first step of digitalization can be done, such as email marketing, because we collected email, phone, and whatnot. So you can do email marketing, phone marketing, and so on. And in the setting dashboard, you can generate QR code for your respective store. And besides that, we have several plugins that would help to automate the way email marketing and gamification in your store setup through our dashboard over here. So who is QByte for actually? We would like to provide our service to all of the SMEs in Malaysia. We believe that our target customer will be anyone with a retailer store, physical store, that would like to know or engage with their customer better. So in terms of our market size, we focuses on the total available market right now is 8.2 million. This number is the total SSM registered and last year, sorry. So our available market over here is we just want to target the business SMEs. It's around 1.4 million based on last year's statistics. And because we are still in an infant stage of the startups, we would like to obtain our market to the first 10,000. So this is our targeted SMEs. Moving on, our plan over here is that our initial ideation just, we have our initial ideation this month, and if we are able to proceed, we will get the seed funding on the next month, and then following it, we will start to develop our product, and hopefully we can roll out on the end of this year. So our indirect competitors over here is Voicing and Be Infinite, but our product offering over here is totally different from them, whereby the respective retailers that on board with us they are able to get access to the customer data, and at the same time, they can tailor offering through our applications. So we split our pricing models into two categories. We adopt the subscription model. So basically, you have a basic and premium plan. The basic plan is basically to allow you to just collect your customer data, and the premium plan allow you to do additional plugins like store offering and whatnot. And the every single customer data that obtained through our application, we will charge a small fee, and the fee is based on the number that is collected through our platform. The more you collected through our platform, the cheaper the per customer fee will be. So this is our team. I'm Hong Bin. With me are Xin Chi, Isaac, and Wei Heng. So in terms of a very fine details of how we are going to roll out within the next few months, in the development stage, we would like to first finish our app and dashboard by August. Following on, we will start to targeting the markers and whatnot, and then we will start to add in more features starting next year. So that's all from QBytes. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for your presentation from Team QBytes. So now let's move on to our judges for today and see whether we have any questions for the team. Judges, opening the floor to you.
I want to confirm my understanding about your solution. Is it more like to bring loyalty customer to the retailers? And other than loyalty, what else do you do?
Yeah, you can build our product more of like an advanced version of bonus link, for example. Instead of, for example, take bonus link, you can just collect points, right? But the points is accessible to all of the merchant that is on board with them. So what our product difference over here is that the customer data that collected through individual store, for example, let's say 3 company on board with us. So every single customer data that collected through different customers will not shared among all. And at the same time, the retailers are able to access the customer data directly. And it's a loyalty program, it's a loyalty like bonus link, but instead you are able to access your customer data directly. I hope I understand your question correctly.
Okay.
Okay, I've got 2 questions. You can hear me clearly. First question is, you said bonus link and Be Infinite are your competitors. So basically, you are becoming a loyalty player. Is that correct? And my question then is, do you know how bonus link and Be Infinite as a loyalty player do their business model and their revenue model? Because from what you have put up is your revenue model is very SaaS based, very solution based, right? So I don't know where if you're a pure loyalty player, how are you going to be differentiate? You're saying that you're competing with these two, but your business model is very different, and basically who funds for the points, right? Second question is, how do you scale?
Cool. So if I understand your question correctly, I'm sorry. So the first question is about how we distribute the points and how are we going to differentiate ourselves with bonus link and Be Infinite. So we would say that bonus link or Be Infinite, you can see the point is shared among all merchants. So to us, I think that is very unfair because you see, for example, let's say a merchant A, they used to spend a lot, and then the point is accessible to all currently. So for example, hypermarket, they are able to, give out vouchers, very much voucher and whatnot. But probably, like Apple Store or whatnot, they shouldn't do that because their profit margin are probably very thin and whatnot. So what our offering here is that every single retailers on board with us, they are able to tailor how they want to reward their customers. And the second question is about the scaling, right? It's true. What we are target just right now is that because we are still in a very infant stage, we are still like in the ideation stage. So we believe that we are able to surpass all the conventional loyalty programs, partners and whatnot. In terms of, instead of having a physical card, first of all, it's already, cards in the wallet is too much right now. So I think this is totally no for us. We want to do it totally digitalized. And second of all, in terms of scaling, when more retailers embark with us, then the app will become more towards like an essential apps on the user's smartphone. Yeah, I hope I understand your question correctly.
Thank you.
I think we still have a bit more time left, but maybe I'll ask one question here. When we look at your pricing model just now, you essentially you're expecting the SMEs to pay those fees to you. What is the last bit about the 0.25 or 0.1 ringgit kind of thing? What is that about? Is that additional
To
charges
sustain ourselves.
for the SMEs to pay to access to your database?
Yeah. So the customer data collector, right? Okay. So the idea over here is this one. So you paid on board with our applications, right? And then this is actually to sustain in terms of, we need to have our server and whatnot set up. We need to pay a maintenance fee, I would say. And then for the customer data fee, you need to pay in order to access your customer data. For example, this month you collected 100, right? So probably the customer acquisition fee will be higher. So probably every single customer that on board with us, you need to pay like 75 cents each customer per month. And then while you're going on and more customer on board, then the price will be lower. So the idea over here is that we need to help to sustain the way your database looks and whatnot. So yeah, the price will be lowering when your customers on board with us is higher.
Hi, so my question is, so are you saying that let's say today, let's say all four of us, the four judges, went to this retail store that's on your platform? Does that mean that this guy is going to pay, this retail store is going to pay you, let's say, just now you said 0.25, right? Let's say they are on a basic package. So they're going to pay you 1 ringgit every month indefinitely. So is that how your business model? Okay.
True. The whole idea over here is the membership fee and the dashboard fee is used to maintain our infrastructure and whatnot. The customer data fee over here is to, probably you want to roll out new features, like probably while your customer is growing out, you want to do promotional, you want to give vouchers and whatnot, right? So we can help you to tailor design that. So the fee that we collected through the so-called customer data fee is to covering all these new features that we wanted to roll out in the futures.
Sorry, I would like to add on that. I think can I repeat your questions? Is on, let's say if you come in on May, if you come in on 1st of May, four of the judges who come in on 1st of May, they need to pay on the retailers that subscribe to our plan need to pay on the 1st of January as well. 1st of June as well. If let's say the customers is coming on May. So it is not something that is built up. It is like on a monthly basis. So if 1 month we have like 100 1,000 customers that is checked into your store with our system, then we are going to charge on that month, but not building up on the consecutive month as well. So yeah, it's just only on per month. It's not building up.
No, my question is it a one-off payment for the retailer to put their data into your database? I guess that's what you're referring to. Anyway, that's my questions. Kendrick, do you have more questions, or we can move on to next?
I see. Oh, so actually it's like we are the retailer is going to pay us per year. Like if basics is 600 ringgit per year, and for premium is 700 is 1,000 ringgit per year, and for customer data fees is actually scaling up from 35 cents to 75 cents per month per customers. So those customers is coming to this that is coming to your store like per month, we are going to collect the fees for that month. It's not going to build up. Let's say that the first month you have 1,000, the second month you have 1,000, the third month you have 1,000. So we are collecting per month, but not building up 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. It's not something like that. Also, special mention to the premium one, the promotional features is actually, we will have, from time to time, we will have gamification of your field. Let's say treasure hunting or any sort of promotional features that we will collect fees from. We'll collect fees from the premium users for 100 per month if they subscribe to our premium package. Yeah. That's one of our extension for future.
Okay, thanks a lot from
Yes.
from the feedback with all the questions from the judges. Thank you very much. Sadly, we have to move on to the next team now. So thank you for the judges for the questions, and thanks to Team QBytes for the way you guys are able to answer the questions from judges and whatnot. So moving on to the next team, we have Team Genesis. So Genesis is a web-based app solution which allows shoppers to use their own mobile phones to scan, pay, and leave without the need to engage with a sales assistant, eliminating the need to queue in retail stores. I would like to now welcome Team Genesis on board to present their solutions, and all the best. Good luck.
Okay. Hi everyone, we are Team Genesis, and we are here to bring you the state-of-the-art technology to help boost retailer sales and efficiency in these uncertain times. As the world economy is slowly recovering from COVID-19, retailers should be privileged on digital technology and data to reduce costs, drive operation efficiency, and ultimately boost sales. Before we go into the detail of our digital solution, let's take a look at the various pain points that Malaysian retailers are facing. In the retail industry, manpower costs constitute a large component of the overall expenses a company has to absorb. According to Statista, manpower costs average roughly 20% of retailer total revenue, even more than the cost of inventory on hand in most cases. An emphasis should be put on streamlining and automating manual processes such that retailers can operate with a leaner but value-adding workforce. The inefficiency checkout process may also deter shoppers from making purchases, which will affect sales. There is also a lack of on-site marketing push to guide shoppers during their shopping process. Last but not least, the lack of proper data collection and analysis also hinder the process of reviewing and improving current sales and marketing strategy. And here is the digital solution that will solve all the pain points we discussed earlier. Introducing Genesis, a web-based app solution which allows shoppers to use their own mobile phone to scan, pay, and leave, eliminating the need to queue in retail stores. Dive into the most advantage of our solution. Retailers can officially say goodbye to cashiers. Instead of hiring manpower for such labor-intensive work, retailers can focus on recruiting sales assistants that can perform more consumer-facing tasks and deliver more personalized service to shoppers. On top of that, one recent retail trend report by Uber Market cited that 3/4 of shoppers who abandon their purchase do so because of long queues. With Genesis, retailers will be able to speed up the checkout process to a great extent as shoppers can now perform self-checkout on their mobile phones. This also helps drive the overall operation efficiency of business. Of course, we understand that sales assistants may not always be available to help shoppers all the time. In such cases, Genesis will come in as a virtual sales assistant to help shoppers make informed decisions in their purchase. Marketing promotion can also be performed here to further boost sales for retailers. Customer data can open a lot of doors for retail business. By collecting sales and customer data, retailers will be able to draw direct insight into improving operations and find new ways to engage with customers. With data insights, retailers will also be able to stay ahead of the trend curve, maximize the core efficiency of their marketing efforts, and have better basis on which to make more important business decisions. Genesis has a holistic end dashboard to help keep deep analytics that helps retailers gather strategic insights to formulate sales strategy that boost revenue. Now, let's take a look at our product. It is a white label app that can be customized to fit your brand's guideline. When shopper visits the shop, he or she can access the app via a QR code at the entrance to determine the location of the shop. After which, the shopper can start to shop by scanning the barcode of the product. By scanning the product, available deals Product details and reviews can be viewed on the product page. He or she can then add the item to cart and input promo code here. It will then lead to the payment page where shoppers can pay via the cards, online banking, or e-wallets. A pop-up will also appear to deliver smart and bespoke recommendation at the right moment based on user basket and past purchase. Members can also view their points on the members page and browse for rewards. After making payments, there will be an e-receipt that can be downloaded for reference. And for the staff, they will have the access to a dashboard that will provide data insights such as top products sold, most scanned item, and top promotions. In terms of our growth strategy, we would like to start out by targeting specialty and outlet retailers for fashion, electronics, and home essentials to gather insights and feedback on our solution. To reach out to these group of retailers, plan to organize events or participate in trade shows to gain awareness of our solution. We will also set up professional and dedicated sales team and offer retailers trial period to get them familiarized with the benefit of our solution. We will be initiating a referral program to give retailer a 1-month complimentary usage of our solution with every successful business referral. We believe that this tactic will form a great strategy to kick off the project. After the launch, we will monitor the effectiveness of the strategy and tweak it accordingly to reach better results. Genesys will be offered as a service to retailers on subscription basis. Based on our research, subscription pricing attracts more customers as it does not require them to fork out large initial investments for one go, and also give us a reliable and consistent revenue stream. We want to price our solution as close to our competitor as possible. In this case, we are referring to other point of sale system, self-checkout machines as competitors. With just 249 ringgit per month, retailer can enjoy all the benefits, all the features of Genesys. For a start, we are targeting to penetrate 1% of retailers in Malaysia market, which add up to about 5,000 retailers. And this gives us a project revenue of about 1.2 million ringgit per month. This amount will ultimately grow as we become more and more aggressive in our sales and marketing strategy. Looking at our competitor landscape, we have researched other checkout solutions such as point of sale system like StoreHub or self-checkout machine like NCR Corp to compare our prices, compare our difference. From this table, you can see that Genesys is way ahead of our competitor as it's able to provide data analytics and it's not hardware dependent. Hence, limiting the need to do hardware maintenance. It also is cashless and also provide proprietary feature virtual sales assistant, which other two solutions do not provide. Our pricing also gives us a competitive edge as our solution is able to perform additional function, but at a very reasonable price. So here is a quick look at our 1-year financial projection. We are looking for initial fund of 250,000 ringgit to kickstart our research and development in the first 3 months. This is followed by determining the program product market fit among retailers to align our value proposition, customer, and distribution channel in Q2. Going forward to Q3, we aim to secure about 20 companies test our solution. As we move to Q4, we will kick off our sales and marketing strategy and aim to secure another 100 new retailers on board. Over the 6 months, we will acquire a revenue of about 105,000 ringgit, which is a sizable amount for any new tech startup during each launch phase. Before we conclude our speech, let's have a quick peek at the brains behind Genesys. I am Ronald. I have more than 5 years experience in digital product development and is certified Google Cloud architect and full stack developer. On the other hand, Jessie has over 10 years experience in sales and marketing. Fascinated with human interaction and design, she is also an expert in UI UX. We have also recently won the Malaysia first national hackathon, My Hackathon, with a cloud desktop solution designed to assist students in home-based learning. So why should we retailer be stuck in the last century? This is the perfect chance for you to stay ahead of your competitors and win the retail game. Genesys is here to help retailers leverage on digital technologies and data to reduce costs, drive operation efficiency, and ultimately boost sales. Our mission is to transform retailers for the 21st century and make the retailer shopping experience as enjoyable and convenient as possible. Hope for us to witness a revolutionary change in retail space. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much for Team Genesys for that presentation. So now let's bring the judges back in and let's hear whether we have any questions for Team Genesys. Open the floor, guys.
Hi, Ronald. Good presentation. Just want to understand a little bit more on how the whole process works. So does that mean that the customer, if they go into the store, they scan and then they make the payment, then they just walk out from the store, is it?
Yeah, they just need to scan the item and just pay through their phone. Yeah, then we can just move on.
Okay, so how do you prevent like cases of theft and like leakages?
Sorry, I can't hear you well. Sorry.
Sorry. So how do you prevent like cases where a customer don't pay and then they walk out with the items?
Okay. For the theft, right? We are thinking about we're tagging every item with a unique RFID. RFID will be deactivated after user checkout. Then the RFID gantry will detect if there's any item that's not been paid. Yeah.
So, following on your answer regarding RFID implementation, can you share what type of retailer is your primary, would be your early adopters? What category of retailers that you would target first to implement your solution?
We're actually thinking about the fashions and like the kind of like what you call supermarkets. Yeah, because that's like more of the more queues, right? People don't like queuing, right? Yeah.
Fashion, did you say fashion and supermarket?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, you may want to be more specific. The way I see fashion and supermarket, it's very different category-wise.
Okay, then
And when you, I have a huge concern on the RFID cost, and as well as how does the retailer make sure that the inventory is in sync, assuming no one's will.
we
Assuming
also
everyone will pay
actually we also
honestly,
have another
we still need to
actually we
solve
also
the
have another
inventory
thing that there's when
tracking
there's
issue.
checkout, right? There's there's a virtual receipt, right? The QR code at the bottom where someone can check it at the exit of the store to check that if everything that every item is paid, then they'll like scan the QR code, they'll like clear the checkout. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for presentation. Okay, I've got one question. Basically, you earmark StoreHub and NCR as your competitors, right? Those are primarily retail post point of sale players, right? So if you,
Yes.
can you replace them? Does your solution comes with a full retail post that what NCR and StoreHub has?
Sorry, I never hear you just now.
Okay, basically you quoted StoreHub and NCR as your competitors. They are primarily retail post players. So if you were to compete with them and replace them, would you have a full scale of retail post functions and features to replace them?
That's your question. Because initially we don't really want to replace our traditional post system yet. We can integrate our system with the original post system, like the inventory and stuff. Yeah, but from what I say, right, from our ultimate goal is to replace the post system entirely. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Good to move on. Do we have questions from Patrick?
Patrick, you're muted.
I think the time is also actually a bit short. It's okay. We'll keep it for later. So yeah, thank you very much from Team Genesis for the presentation and also the effort to actually answer the judges as usual. A lot of very tough questions, but this is how things can actually be innovated to move on to be better. So thank you very much again from Team Genesis. Let's move on to the third team, which is Team W Design. So W Design means we design new things, and let's take a look at how they are going to design a new platform that merges how escrow, how we are actually utilizing cashback platforms, and also the integration from various payment gateways can be all integrated into one solution. So by looking things at this manner, we are looking at hopefully new innovations that is able to combine things that retailers are lacking in the market currently. So let's introduce and bring on Team W Design onwards, Mr. Lincoln Tan, to present his presentation. All the best, Lincoln Tan, and Godspeed.
Hello. Good morning, every judges and also the participant as well. All right, so my name is Lincoln, and then I come from Web Design. And let's start with. Okay, so let's say Lynn have a fashion retail shop, and also her business is good until the COVID started hit and her sales is keep on dropping. So she heard from her friends about regarding selling it online, and also asked her friend influencer to live stream and sell her product in order to hit sales. But yet the sales is keep on dropping. So so she decided to go and do some market research and found that the majority of buyers did not trust another platform besides trustable platforms such as Shopee and Lazada. And then whenever the buyer purchases it is hard to dispute for return and refunds. So let me introduce W Design. Design is a new platform that merged with the escrow cashback platform and also the payment gateway. And so we has an agent, and then for the payment gateway, and also we will distribute the cash once the product and services delivered to the buyer, and then the buyer gives the instant cashback. And based on the trends, retail trends report 2020, with 100 customers, a minimum of 70 customers return to the same merchant, which equates to driving 70% of repeat customers. So not only that, the customer able to track the delivery and also dispute the product if the thing is destroyed, wrong product, and etc. And then the best part is the customer able to give feedback or review about the product and experience once they receive it. So, and also the seller able to handle the procurement by using our data analysis in order to cut costs. So let's have a quick view about our products. So basically, whenever you're shopping, like in one of the retail, one of the e-commerce sites, and then when you press the continue, you will require to log it, and you can able to log in with the W Design. Then it will come up appear out like this, and all those billing address, all those things, everything. Then you just click the W Design, and then you place order now, and it will appear the payment methods. And once the payment method, then it will redirect to the merchant site, and then the buyer, for the seller's view, you're able to see the overviewing, all those things, the revenue, how much they spent for the campaign, all those things. And then for the buyer side, you're able to see the transaction history, all those things, and able to track the tracking number where it is and all those things, and also able to search the company, the review, all those things, what is the review. So according to the global data e-commerce analytics, Malaysia will be keep on increasing for 24.7% growth in 2020, but it will be expected to be increasing more in 2024. So we will be targeting the retail that existing selling online platform and also the new venture to online platform, these two kind of markets. And then will be in order to more interested, more higher chances for like the small market will be partner with the famous companies such as Sengheng, Mr. DIY, all those very famous Facebook sellers to use our platforms to gain more popularity. And then they still can use their existing payment gateway, but we just add on payment gateway to them. And for our competitive landscape, then they will be having a Lazada, Fave, Shopee, as they can able to use one platform and high security. But of course, ours one will be many platform and also with a high security as well. So our USP is to use in many platforms, many in the escrow services, and also able to track delivery order and manage dispute, and also get instant cashback without any promo code or visiting through affiliate program or those etc. So in future, we'll be venture into offline store. That means that buyer do not need to show any card or scan QR code or anything, and then just whenever you pay, then you just auto cashback. And then the seller is able to view the chart and able to send feedback or export their customer basics detail and send them via email, like all those things, what is their promotion, anything, everything that they are going to do with their marketing with the data they capture in the email. All right, so we will be charging 1% service fees for now, and of course, in future will be something like offers charges. And then, so we are asking for the pre-seed for 100K. So for 70% is the operations, and then 28% is the marketing, and the technology is 55%. All right, so that's all. Thank you. And any Q&A will be due.
All right, thank you very much for the presentation from Team W Design and from Lincoln Tan. So let's bring the judges back up and let's hear whether do we have questions for this team. Judges, opening the floor to you.
Hi, I have a question. Help me to understand your solution a bit better. So far, what I'm hearing is you are providing an online store. Are you providing an online store solution?
Actually, we're starting with online first. Then after that, we'll be venturing to offline as well. So O2O.
Okay. You are saying you are helping the seller who now usually only trust Lazada or Shopee. So how do you help them build trust with their buyer using your solution?
So Hislink was asking about how do you build the trust compared to platforms that are already long in the market like Lazada and Shopee? So what's the strategy to build that kind of brand trust for retailers to use and so on?
Yeah, hi. Okay, so
right, sorry for the slight
Shopee and Lazada and so other big platforms, and then the basically your competition with a lot. I mean, like a lot of the seller competing, and then for your one, you will be able to narrow it down. You will have your own website, your own Facebook platform, all those things. Then you just able to pay straight away all those things, and also able to target the customer. With a very, you can able to have detailed repeat customer. Because in Shopee and Lazada, it will be hard to having a repeat customer. As people will be looking your one, then they will compete with others as well. So many sellers, as long as your price is pay a lot lesser, all those people will be choosing them now.
All right. Do we have another question from another one of the judges here?
Maybe I can ask a question. I mean, just now Hislink was talking about you were saying that it's hard to bridge the trust with a new platform, and then your answer was okay, they can build their own website and etc. I'm still not too sure what are you doing differently to bridge that trust. I think that's still, I guess, the questions I have. Because it will just appear to be just like another platform, right? Like what are you gonna do differently, or you just gonna be another Shopee or Lazada? If you don't plan to be, then how do you plan to scale? I guess.
Right. So Patrick was actually extending further what Hislink is asking earlier on about the difference, the trust. What other special, unique points that you guys can actually push to actually build this kind of trust to allow users to utilize you guys as compared to the other more reputable or longer platforms out there?
Okay, so basically, is the trust is more to the buyer instead of the seller lah. Cause the buyer mostly they are afraid of going to the website and purchase the more trustable to Shopee and Lazada due to they're able to refund and return. So we're going to provide these services to the for the seller, and then advertise to the buyer as well to let them know that they can able to do it with this by using our system, able to sell it, buy it, our product with safely, and then seller can able to obtain our price to as long as in my view, I will think that by the seller buyer if very aggressive about interested about using our platform to purchase, and the seller will be continue will be align it to either.
All right, Lincoln, do we have any other questions, maybe from Danny or Kendrick? Looks probably not for now. So, all right, okay, thank you very much for the fellow judges and also to Lincoln. Let's move on to the next team. All the best to Lincoln, and I wish you luck. So I'd like to then introduce the next team into, and also the final team into our hackathon for today, which is Team Price Guide, Malaysia's latest shopping guide and price comparison site for IT and electronics, matching shoppers to retailers through our unique location-based price comparison service, and also to bridge the sale right there. Aside from finding deals, Price Shop also enables and provides shoppers and consumers alike with a comprehensive product information and also various shopping guides that will be able to ease the overall shopping experience that the customers can get. So hopefully through this solution, we're able to actually have a different kind of innovation to actually link the pricing of various technologies and whatnot that will be presented by Team Price Guide. So now let's all welcome Joshua and also his co-founder Cherish Lin into the presentation to our fellow judges for today. So I wish Team Price Guide all the best and good luck in your presentation. All the best.
All right, good afternoon, judges. My name is Joshua from Team Price Shop, and we are very excited to share with you our presentation and proposal for Data Asia Hackathon 2021. The problem we want to focus today is on how to increase sales for retailers selling specialized items such as electronics. I think e-commerce, everyone can agree, can work better for some retailers who are selling lower price, less complicated products. But for specialized products, we believe that retailers still have more advantages in terms of their convenient location and expert staff to give consumers good advice before buying and also offer after-sales service. I myself have been working as a retailer and distributor for the past 7 years, and I've always wondered how to match this demand and supply more efficiently. Before we dive into our digital solution on how we can drive more foot traffic to retailers, we'd like to share some of our findings in terms of recent trends that have helped us to shape our solution. I would like to invite my teammate Cherish to share her findings.
Yeah, so how much are Malaysians spending on electronics? As you can see from the graphic, Malaysian are spenders on electronics spending up to $1.1 billion in 2021, and Statista only estimate that e-commerce user penetration is only about 44% this year. So that leaves a bigger offline market that we can focus on. And let's take a look at a typical consumer journey when purchasing an electronic product. When they have to put with a bigger amount of money, they consider many things, such as product, brand, price, location, and which shop are after sales service to consider. With so many considerations, consumers stand up to 100 times longer when it comes to buying higher value specialized products compared to fast moving consumer goods. They will use 30 seconds to choose 8, but up to an hour or more when it comes to complicated items such as electronic. Now we're talking about consumer behavior. Consumers nowadays are very brand conscious and more knowledgeable as they get product and price information from search engines, advertisement, social media, online reviews, influencer, or even their friends and family. So consumers are having their own preference. They are also very promo driven and extremely price conscious.
So after taking into consideration all the changing consumer behaviors that we face today, we are proposing a location-based search and deals discovery website to match buyers who are looking for a product to a retailer who is selling it. Some of the features include a common inventory listing backend with all the key information so that retailers spend as little time as possible in terms of admin. We also have a deal discovery area whereby we highlight clearance and special price items to match retailers to buyers who do not mind buying cheaper items who are off-season. And the focus category that we start with is on personal and home electronics. In other words, let us take a quick look at the demonstration. So on our website, if a user wants to buy a mobile phone with a set budget in mind, he can go to our website, use their price filter and also brand filter to select the item that he wants. For someone who already knows which model he wants, he can straight away go to this web page and look at the specs before selecting a good retailer to buy from. This saves a lot of time and effort for the consumer, whereby they can find a shop near to them to buy the item from. After sending the inquiry, he can go to the shop and purchase the item. On the last screen, you also can see we are also trying to add in a map interface to help the consumer understand where their shops are more conveniently located to them, and he can go to the shop more easily. The interface is very focused, simple, and not distracting, unlike other online marketplaces, which gives a lot of irrelevant search results sometimes. Since our beta launched 2 months ago, we currently are now hosting 45 merchants on our website on a trial basis with us. And so far we have driven over 80 sales inquiries to them. Some of these merchants include ViewNet, Booming Electrical Store, MyCom, and also CZone. We recognize that these are still very early days for us, and we have a lot of work to do to improve the website and do more marketing to get more traffic and users. Our business model is also very simple. We charge retailers a monthly subscription fee to drive traffic to their offline store and encourage them to use the website as a marketing tool for them. In the future, we want to include online sellers also and then also earn from them through driving affiliate fees and driving traffic to their website. We believe that our traffic is more highly qualified because they are already searching for the product and are very close to buying. So in terms of ROI, it will make sense for the retailer. At the end of the day, what we have is consumer data and information, which we can use it to inform brands and other retailers to guide them on how to do their stocking, inventory, and promotions better. Let's look at our financial model. In terms of revenue, in the first year, we aim to target 250 merchants, charging them 300 ringgit per month. And this will give us a first year revenue of 900,000 ringgit. As we expand more categories and increase our revenue streams, we foresee a growth in revenue, and we will aim to achieve operational break-even by the end of year 2, because we can cover other expenses such as advertising and promotion, rental, salary, and also other operational expenses. In terms of the competition for search options in consumer electronics, PriceShop's features aims to leverage the retailer's range, location, and cover a wider range of products and categories to make the search experience and buying experience even better for the user. Retailers are currently paying a premium for their location and also paying a lot for their manpower. And we want to maximize this value for retailers by driving traffic to their stores. Now, let's take a look at our execution plan for the next 8 months. Currently, we're sitting at the end of May, and for the next 3 months, we'll continue our pilot with current merchants and also invite more merchants to join us to improve the product and website. After which, in September, we plan to do a PR and marketing mass consumer campaign to get more users and to use the website and to match them with the retailers. In October and November, we plan to expand to include more categories such as IT services and perhaps even new F&B categories like wine, because they are also highly specialized products. In December, we plan to develop a consumer app to increase user stickiness so that they can find us whenever they want on their mobile phone. And lastly, next year, we plan to expand to other regions such as Johor and Penang and bring value to the retailers over there. In terms of product roadmap, we're also exploring other features such as video sales chat. For video sales chats, we bring the retailer staff into your homes so that you can get advice on how to buy sophisticated items at the comfort of your house. This is especially suitable for times such as COVID-19, where people are more reluctant to go out. And to make the experience even better, we are also exploring things such as augmented reality buying, whereby you can imagine the product in your house. our teammate has also made a small demo showcasing how an Acer Nitro laptop can look like on a desk. Although this is just a small product, okay, we can also imagine this for bigger products such as televisions, refrigerators, and even washing machines, which are less portable. And then at this juncture, I want to emphasize that although we have been talking about electronics all the time, we can also foresee these technologies being applicable to other categories, such as wine, furniture, and even services. The PriceShop All-Star team has more than 40 years of experience in technology, retail, consumer research, and marketing to confidently execute this idea well. In summary, with our early traction so far, we are very confident about our website to help buyers find their products and retailers more efficiently and effectively. We seek your support to allow us to bring the project to greater heights and bring more value to retailers. Thank you for your time, and we are now open for Q&A.
All right, thank you very much for presenting your solution, PriceShop, to the fellow judges over here and the audience today. So opening the floor now to our judges for questions. Here we go, guys.
You are getting merchant so far. Second question.
Sorry, just now was muted a little bit. Can you repeat
these
the
45
question
merchants that you got on board, where are they now? Are they in KL, Klang Valley?
Yes, they are all in Klang Valley. We start with Klang Valley first.
Yeah, then the top 3 category, the merchant you're getting so far. I know IT is one. What else?
So IT is a very broad category. So right now, in terms of subcategories, we are focusing on mobile, tablets, and laptops at the moment. Yeah, so more of personal electronics. But we are trying to push into home appliances as well, because we also recognize that that is also another area whereby consumers need a lot of advice to buy their products.
Okay, actually, I have another question. Can you explain a bit the customer journey, the shopper journey? So they go to your website, they search a mobile phone, they compare where's the nearby seller and what's next.
Yes, okay. So what you've described is correct. Okay, so after they find a seller nearby, okay, they can head down to the store. Okay, so at the moment right now, we do not have any e-commerce integration, all right? Because what we currently observe in terms of consumer behavior is that when you're buying, especially expensive products, when you're buying iPhone for maybe $4,000, $5,000, okay, you still prefer to go down to the shop because in case anything happens, all right, they still can provide an after-sales service for the consumer. All right, so we're also leveraging on this consumer behavior to match with them, all right, and then to make this journey a little bit more convenient and more effective for them. So instead of going to many different shops or maybe searching online on all the online e-commerce platforms, all right, we want to make it seamless. And of course, right now we're only doing for offline shops. In the future, we also foresee this being applicable for directing traffic to online, even marketplaces, and even to their own online stores as well.
Please allow me to ask a question. I think this platform is pretty interesting and it's not really something that we have seen so far. But my question is, apart from IT, electronics category, what are the other categories that you plan to expand to? I know just now you mentioned about in the slide is very some IT services, etc. Like, can you explain the rationale there? Because what I see is your platform is very useful for more sophisticated products, right? Or more expensive products. So because like you said, people do want to touch and feel before they buy it, right? Or they see the deal. So they will use yours to kind of get the searchability there. But what would be the other categories you will be thinking about besides electronics?
Okay, yeah. So just now I touched on IT services. So one example can be, for example, repair for laptop. All right. So there are many, I think in Malaysia, there are many shops that offer repair services. And then the price list and or the price information is usually quite hidden. And then sometimes when you want to find a repair shop, it's also quite difficult. Okay. So by collating all the information into one place, okay, we believe consumers can really find a repair shop that is near their home, and then they can achieve their goals more effectively. And this will lead to a win-win outcome for both the retailer and the consumer. So beyond repair, okay, and other categories, okay, when we can do cars, you know, there are a lot of cars in Malaysia, they can also do car repair. And then of course, every car repair shop also has their own price list, all right? So once, this will be much later in the future, we foresee, because we want to really focus on one category and do it well first before we expand. But but based on our ideation so far, okay, the options are quite unlimited. Yeah, so even for maybe furniture, high-end furniture, and also even for yeah, could be even for cars as well next time.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the presentation. Quick question from me is basically, how do you scale? How do you plan to acquire the end consumer as well as the merchant?
Sorry, the last part got cut off. Do you mind if you repeat the last part?
Yep. Please allow me to repeat Dennis' question. So Dennis was asking, do you have any strategies to scale or actually acquire more merchants, you know, in a more efficient? What's the strategy behind that acquisition model?
And end consumer.
Okay.
End consumer.
So in terms of merchant, yes. So in terms of merchant acquisition, we are still going store by store right now to share with them about the platform, okay, and then also getting them on board and also educating them, all right? I think the scaling part will come in when this platform or this website becomes quite well known on the search engines, whereby when retailers want to find new solutions to come in, okay, we plan to do more SEM marketing, all right, to target these B2B merchants to come on board. I think it's just like that's like a Shopee effect. Okay, when Shopee like super become big, everybody wants to come, and I think that part is when the scaling factor will be able to kick in. At the moment, because we are still new, there's a lot of effort to needed to educate and then also promote our website for the first foreseeable 1.5 years.
Do we have a final question from Kendrick?
Yeah. So, am I right to assume that you're kind of encouraging retailers to price compete on the platform? Is that how they stand out from the other competitors? And if that's the case, like, are you seeing a wide range of prices on the website right now, and do people always go for the cheapest option?
All right, thank you for your question, Kendrick. Yeah, so we are not encouraging price competition among our retailers, all right? But before I go into that, let me give you a quick background about this industry. So if someone is staying in Cheras, I don't think he will drive all the way to Subang just to buy an electronic product, all right? So he or she will probably stay in his area, and we are highlighting the retailers in his area where he can conveniently and get their product from easily, okay, with a trusted merchant. And of course, because merchants have to pay to be on our platform, all right, we also weed out all the bad merchants who maybe just go by fly-by-night and stuff like that, right? So users who use our platform can be assured that the merchants that they are buying from are good merchants who are investing in their own business. Okay, so in summary, we are highlighting the merchants' unique selling points. Some merchants offer installments, which match with users who are looking for them, all right? And then some users, some merchants, they want to earn, they don't mind earning a little bit lesser, okay? They do get more inquiries most times, but at the end of the day, it's all about matching the buyer's expectation to the seller's offering, yeah. So that is our understanding about this industry and why we think we have a good chance at making this work.
Kendrick, would you like Joshua to actually repeat the earlier part because there was some kind of technical issues, or was the summary sufficient enough to fulfill your questions?
Yeah, I think I get it. Pretty much, I think they're adding one dimension of proximity into the consideration process, right? Yeah, I think that's quite interesting. Thank you for the answer.
All right, thank you very much. So yep, we've come to the end of the final team's Q&A session. So thank you to Team Price Guide for their solution, Price Shop. So thank you for hard work and all the best to everyone. So thank you everyone for the presentation today and the judges for your time. We will take a break now and please stay tuned for the winner announcement at 3 p.m. So all the best and please enjoy the rest of the final day of Data Asia 2021. I'm Jason Low and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.